Welcome back to Dream Homes TV, your ultimate destination for elevated interior inspiration. In today's highly requested episode, we are tackling one of the most common challenges in modern home design, mastering the art of the open concept. Specifically, we are breaking down exactly how to seamlessly flow your kitchen into your dining room without losing distinct functionality or style. If you have ever felt like your large open space looks disjointed, cluttered, or lacks a cohesive identity, this video is the guide you have been waiting for. We are going to explore the essential rules of flow that bridge the gap between cooking and dining areas, covering everything from unifying color palettes and strategic lighting zones to the perfect furniture placement. Get ready to transform your layout into a harmonious, luxury entertaining space that feels both inviting and intentional. Let's dive straight into the secrets of effortless open concept living. The allure of open-concept living remains a dominant force in modern interior design, largely because it promises a lifestyle of connection, spaciousness, and fluid entertaining. By removing physical barriers between the culinary hub and the dining area, homes feel larger and brighter, allowing conversations to flow freely from the cooktop to the dinner table. However, the absence of walls presents a significant design challenge. Without distinct architectural boundaries, these two functional zones can easily bleed into one chaotic, undefined space. The goal is not merely to remove walls but to replace them with subtle visual cues and intentional design strategies that foster harmony. Mastering the flow between kitchen and dining requires a delicate balance of separating functions while unifying the aesthetic, ensuring the space feels cohesive rather than cluttered. A successful open concept integration begins with a shift in mindset regarding how we define separate rooms. Instead of relying on drywall to dictate where the kitchen ends and the dining room begins, you must rely on design elements to create psychological boundaries. This is often referred to as zoning, a technique that uses furniture placement, lighting, rugs, and color to imply distinct areas within a larger whole. When executed correctly, zoning allows the kitchen to remain an efficient workspace for cooking and prepping, while the dining area establishes itself as a relaxed environment for gathering and eating. The ultimate aim is to create a sense of journey within the room, guiding the eye smoothly from one functional area to the next without jarring interruptions or visual confusion. Before diving into decor and color, the fundamental architecture and layout must support a logical flow between the two distinct zones. The most critical element here is establishing clear traffic patterns that allow easy movement without disrupting the primary function of either space. You must ensure there are wide, unobstructed pathways around the kitchen island and the dining table, allowing people to move from the refrigerator to the sink, or from the oven to the serving area, without squeezing past seated guests. A common mistake is overcrowding the boundary line. Ample negative space is essential to prevent the room from feeling cramped. If the layout feels forced or difficult to navigate physically, no amount of beautiful styling will fix the underlying feeling of disjointedness. The flooring you choose serves as the literal foundation for the entire open concept space and plays a massive role in perceived continuity. In almost all modern design scenarios, the most effective rule is to maintain continuous flooring throughout both the kitchen and dining areas. Whether you choose wide plank engineered hardwood, large format porcelain tile, or luxury vinyl plank, carrying the same material right through the space visually stitches the two zones together, making the entire footprint feel expansive and unified. Introducing an abrupt change in flooring material exactly where the kitchen ends acts as a visual stumbling block, subconsciously recreating the wall you just removed and chopping the room back into small, disconnected boxes. While the floor provides continuity, the ceiling can offer a sophisticated opportunity to subtly define the separate zones from above. Architectural ceiling treatments are powerful tools for suggesting boundaries without closing off space. For instance, you might install coffered ceilings or elegant crown molding over the more formal dining area, while keeping the kitchen ceiling sleek with recessed lighting. Alternatively, a slightly dropped ceiling bulkhead over the kitchen area, perhaps housing ventilation and task lighting, can define the workspace, while a higher, vaulted ceiling over the dining area creates a sense of airy grandeur. These architectural shifts signal a change in function to the brain without interrupting the horizontal sightlines that make open concepts so desirable. In the vast majority of open-plan layouts, the kitchen island acts as the crucial anchor point and the transitional bridge between cooking and dining. It is a hybridized piece of furniture. On one side, it is a functional workhorse with cabinetry, perhaps a sink or dishwasher, facing the kitchen's hot zone. On the other side, it faces the dining or living area, often featuring bar seating that invites social interaction. The design of the island is paramount. It should be substantial enough to command presence but scaled appropriately so it doesn't block the view to the dining table beyond. The materials chosen for the island, particularly the countertop and the facing panel, serve as the first major visual handshake between the utilitarian kitchen and the social dining space. Visual cohesion across the two zones is primarily achieved through a carefully curated and consistent color palette applied throughout the entire open space. The classic 60-30-10 design rule is highly effective here. Choose one dominant color for 60% of the space, usually walls and major cabinetry, a secondary color for 30%, perhaps upholstery, rugs, or an accent wall color, and an accent color for the remaining 10%, accessories, art, and hardware. By ensuring that the accent color from the kitchen, perhaps the deep blue of the lower cabinets or the sage green of a backsplash tile, reappears in the dining room's chair upholstery, table linens, or artwork, you create a subconscious thread that ties the two areas together seamlessly. Just as color must flow, the materials and finishes used in both spaces need to speak to each other to avoid a jarring disconnect. This doesn't mean everything must match perfectly, rather, the materials should harmonize as cousins rather than twins. If your kitchen features warm white oak cabinetry, consider a dining table in a similar wood tone, even if the finish isn't identical, to carry that warmth across the room. If you have dramatic, veined marble countertops in the kitchen, perhaps a sideboard in the dining area could feature a marble top with similar veining. This repetition of natural materials like wood, stone, leather, and linen creates a sophisticated, layered look that feels intentional and evolved, rather than purchased as a matching set. The selection and coordination of metallic finishes, hardware, faucets, light fixtures, and furniture frames are often overlooked details that can make or break the flow. While the old rule of perfectly matching every metal finish is outdated, you should strive for a curated mix of no more than 2 or 3 metals that complement each other across both zones. For example, if your kitchen features matte black faucet and cabinet pulls, you might carry that matte black into the dining room chandelier frame, but introduce brushed brass for the dining chair legs and kitchen pendant accents. This intentional mixing adds depth and interest while maintaining a connecting thread of metallic consistency throughout the open plan. Lighting is perhaps the most crucial tool for defining zones and creating atmosphere in an open-concept kitchen and dining area. A successful lighting plan relies on layers. Ambient, task, and accent lighting must work together yet serve different purposes in each zone. The kitchen requires bright, shadow-free task lighting for safe food preparation, utilizing recessed cans and under-cabinet LEDs. The dining area, conversely, needs softer, ambient light to create an inviting mood for meals. The key to flow is ensuring that these different lighting schemes can be controlled independently with dimmers, allowing you to shift the focus. When dinner is served, you should be able to dim the bright kitchen work lights and bring up the warm glow of the dining fixture, effectively shifting the room's energy. Choosing the actual light fixtures is an exercise in balancing distinctiveness with coordination to ensure visual harmony. The pendant lights over the kitchen island and the chandelier over the dining table are the jewelry of the room and will inevitably be viewed simultaneously. They should not be identical, that looks too commercial, but they must relate to each other in style, shape, or finish. If you have sleek, geometric, modern pendants over the island, a fussy, ornate crystal chandelier over the dining table will look completely out of place. Instead, choose a dining fixture that shares a similar modern aesthetic or metal finish. The scale is also vital. The dining fixture should generally be the more dominant, dramatic focal point compared to the hardworking island pendants. One of the most effective ways to anchor the dining zone and stop it from feeling like furniture floating in a void is the strategic use of an area rug. A large rug placed under the dining table immediately grounds the furniture, visually containing the dining function and providing a soft boundary against the hard kitchen flooring. The biggest mistake homeowners make here is selecting a rug that is too small. The rug should be large enough that all chair legs remain on the rug even when seated guests push back from the table. The style and color of the rug are excellent opportunities to introduce patterns that bridge the color palette of the kitchen cabinets with the textiles in the adjoining living areas. When selecting furniture for an open concept, scale and proportion become critically important to maintain a balanced visual flow. A massive, heavy farmhouse table might look fantastic in a dedicated dining room, but placed next to a sleek, minimalist, modern kitchen, it can feel overwhelming and out of place. You must consider the visual weight of your kitchen cabinetry and island when choosing your dining table and chairs. If your kitchen is light, airy, and features lots of glass and open shelving, a heavy, dark wood dining set will disrupt the flow. Conversely, a substantial kitchen requires dining furniture with enough presence to hold its own, ensuring neither zone visually dominates the other. Ideally, the seating choices in both areas, the kitchen counter stools and the dining chairs, should coordinate without matching perfectly. This is the cousin theory of furniture selection in action once again. If your dining chairs are upholstered in a neutral linen with varying wood legs, your kitchen stools might feature leather seats with metal bases, but perhaps the leather tone complements the wood of the dining table. You want to avoid a sea of legs effect where too many spindly chairs create visual clutter. Consider mixing chair styles, perhaps using fully upholstered host chairs at the ends of the dining table and simpler side chairs that relate more closely to the bar stools, creating a layered and interesting visual landscape. To further smooth the transition between the utilitarian kitchen and the social dining area, utilize transitional furniture pieces. A console table, sideboard, or buffet placed strategically on the perimeter of the dining zone can act as a perfect bridge. These pieces offer valuable storage for serving ware and linens, relieving pressure on kitchen cabinets, but they also provide a surface for decor that softens the space. A beautifully styled sideboard with lamps, art, and decorative objects helps the dining area feel more like a furnished room and less like an extension of the kitchen workspace, effectively blurring the lines between function and leisure. In an open concept, sightlines are everything: what you see from the dining table impacting your meal, and what you see from the kitchen impacting your prep. You must consciously design these viewpoints to be aesthetically pleasing. Standing at the kitchen sink, your view toward the dining area should terminate on something beautiful, a piece of art, a lovely window treatment, or a curated centerpiece, rather than a blank wall or clutter. Conversely, the view from the dining table back into the kitchen should be considered. Try to orient the kitchen layout so that the messiest zones, like the sink full of pots or the stovetop, are somewhat screened from direct view of seated diners by the raised bar of the island. The styling and decor you choose act as the final connective tissue, drawing the eye across the room and unifying the narrative. Use artwork to bridge the gap. A large-scale piece of art on the dining room wall can pull colors from the kitchen backsplash or island color, making the entire space feel considered. Repeat varied textures in both spaces. If you have woven wood shades in the kitchen window, use similar woven placemats or a jute runner on the dining table. Even small details, like using a similar style of ceramic vase on the kitchen island and the dining sideboard, help the brain register the two areas as parts of one cohesive whole. Introducing organic elements is another powerful rule for softening the hard lines of kitchens and connecting them to dining spaces. Kitchens are inherently full of hard, cold surfaces: stone, steel, tile, and glass. Dining rooms, by contrast, should feel warmer and softer. Bridge this gap by bringing generous amounts of greenery and natural wood into both spaces. A large potted tree in the corner of the dining area, herb plants on the kitchen windowsill, a wooden bowl filled with fruit on the island, or a dramatic floral centerpiece on the dining table all add life and softness that transcends the functional boundaries of the rooms. Finally, the practical reality of open-concept living means that kitchen clutter is now dining room scenery. To maintain a serene flow, you must integrate robust functional storage solutions that allow the kitchen to be put away quickly before a meal begins. This means having designated spaces for small appliances designed to keep countertops clear, deep drawers for pots and pans, and perhaps a butler's pantry or appliance garage to hide the coffee maker and toaster. When the kitchen surfaces are clear and gleaming, the visual noise is reduced, allowing the eye to travel smoothly to the dining area without being distracted by the remnants of meal preparation. Ultimately, creating a seamless flow between your kitchen and dining room in an open concept is about creating a space that feels intentional, connected, and harmonious. By following these design rules, from establishing architectural zones with ceilings and lighting to creating visual echoes with color, material, and decor, you can conquer the challenges of the open plan. The result is a home that not only looks magazine-worthy but also functions beautifully for real life, allowing you to cook, dine, and entertain in a space that feels expansive yet intimate, united yet distinct.